Hey guys, this is Christian. So I own a 2015 Dodge Charger RT. She has 18,000 miles on it. Really nice car. I just got it clay barred, and she's looking nice, right? But here's my only issue. She doesn't start. So I took it to the dealership. I had to run around with the dealership. Dealership tried, doing like screwing me. And basically what they told me is that my battery obviously was having issues. I'm charging it right now, so we're gonna see how that goes. But basically I brought it in because of mainly this issue right here. So to make things a little bit short and understanding, I could remote start my car. I could unlock it, I could lock it, I could use the panic, I can even use the trunk release, everything. The battery was working fine at that point. Only issue is when I got in the car, it said no key detected, and I could put it to run, I could turn it on, but nothing happens. So long story short, after digging deep onto everywhere, a lot of people have had the issues, but they didn't describe the symptoms. So the symptoms basically are you can remote start your car, or you cannot remote start your car, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. And then as well, it runs fine whenever it's in remote start, but whenever the car is trying to actually have the push to start, it doesn't work. So basically I brought it to the dealership after paying $220 just for a diagnosis. That's right, $220 for a diagnosis in 2023. This is what I had to do so far. I had to remove this whole rear panel. You're gonna have to remove that panel over there, not this one right here. And you have to remove, obviously, this. There's these two little clips right here. Those you just snip off, screw it, put two more in. They're plastic. And then basically, this module right back here in the middle with the little red tab, pink tab, that's what I have to replace. So, for anyone wondering, that's called an RF hub, or radio frequency hub. And basically, it stores your coding for your key fob. So if you're able to remote start your car, but you're not able to start the car, and if you are able to start the car starts and then shuts off after 2 seconds roughly, it's using its immobilizer because it's not recognizing your key. So long story short, the RF hub, right, is right there in the middle. Pretty hard to miss. It took me maybe with no instructions or very little instructions off of different YouTube videos, maybe it took me about 30 minutes of actually to 40 minutes of actually going in there and actually hacking it. It's a pretty simple removal. I think you need a 10 millimeter ratchet to unscrew it, and then I think you need to take off the prongs. If you get a new receiver hub that I believe is used, correct me if I'm wrong, it could be used or it could be new, you still have to program it to your key fob. So what I would recommend anyone doing is, if you're going to do this, I don't know if this trick would work, but if you go and pull this off of a junkyard car, see if they have the key for that junkyard car, because if that's the case, you could probably bypass the whole programming. The only issue is you're going to have two keys, one for remote start and one for actually driving the car. So this is kind of like a quick, hey, this is what your issue is. This piece right here is called a deck lid, I believe. There's a YouTube video about that. There's this nice guy who actually goes into depth about how to take this off. And then back there, to take off the piece, all you got to do is just unscrew it. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then you just put the new one in. Make sure your battery is off also. Obviously my battery is completely dead, but as you guys will see right here, it's also completely out. So I don't know, they said that it was caused by a short, and that basically fried the module. It's an 8-year-old car with only 18,000 miles. So it's not because of wear and tear, it's an electronical. I did have ant issues when I bought the car, but I'm not seeing any ant issues back there. No dead ants, no nests, no nothing. So right there, I am charging my battery, and I will hopefully be able to drive this by Monday. I just need to find someone who could program it on the fly, and if not, I'm going to tow this to somebody who's going to program it for me. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see how this works.